going on? What is going on? Are you guys as excited as I am to finally get this guy? I've been loving this series. You've probably seen these guys. People kind of talking about how great these guys are. So you're probably excited to get the next figure on the line, which is this guy. In the listing, it just says B0199, but the box has Manticora. I don't know. He's the big guy with the big horns or whatever. Whatever. Now, gosh, where do we even begin? Let's just get it. So, and yeah, check it out. He can stand on his own. It's not super easy getting him to bounce, but I did manage to get him to stand with a small amount of effort. Now, if I stand him up, you know, maybe it is kind of easy to balance him. It's kind of weird. He looks kind of top heavy, but okay. Now, he is at, not quite 7.5, but definitely over 7 inches. 7.25 maybe. Something like that. Definitely a bit bigger than this dude. Definitely a little bit wider, I'd say. And of course we have, if I can get around here. He's a lot bigger than her. Mantis girl, whatever she is. Man, let's just get into it. Just show some details. Now, the finish on him, it's hard to describe. It's not quite like sparkly. I don't know. It really does look like a bug kind of exoskeleton. It's got a nice sheen to it. I can't quite explain it. It's really nice, and the little bits of orange, just brownish, all throughout. The rust color, kind of. So good. Sometimes that's all you need for a character design, you know, just 2 colors sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Just done really well. Let's get into the face here. He really has no face, I suppose, but lots of details in here. Got some like spikes and stuff. I can show you the arms, spikes on the back. Back looks pretty cool. His booty's pretty nice. Pretty nice stuff. And the feet. And yes, you're seeing that correctly. He has individually articulated toes. We'll get into that in a bit. Even the bottoms of the feet are painted. Isn't that nice? And sculpted and painted. He's a pretty good looking dude, man. I mean, there's no way around it. He's pretty nice. As for articulation. Now, these guys were pretty well regarded for their articulation, and rightfully so, you know. This guy, it's more or less the same system, not quite as good, but close. So the shoulder joints, you'll probably notice, are basically the exact same thing. The big ball hinge, and then there's also like a joint on top of that, but it doesn't afford you as much. Whereas this guy, you know, you get a lot on that outer joint, you know, like you can really get it going. Whereas this one, it's I don't know. Similar situation with the shoulder pad, like you can move it out and rotate it a bit, but not as much on this guy. This guy you could really get it to move out of the way. It was really quite nice. I almost just broke that. Oh boy. But it's still functional though, you know what I'm saying? If you move this, you know, you can get the arm pretty high up, you know? I mean, you can still, you know, get your 360 out of there, you know? I mean, it definitely... Now, the ball hinge, similar... I think this guy was a similar situation. It's kind of at a weird angle, so it's kind of hard doing a 360, but I believe it is capable of doing it. Now, the bicep swivel, it won't go anymore like that way, but I can turn it like that, but only that much. It stops there, and watch. Stop. Oh, maybe it doesn't stop. Oh, maybe I was wrong. It stops there, so you can get a lot of outward, but as far as inward, looks like it wants to stop there. So that's not super good, but you know, it's probably gonna be enough, like most of the time. But it would have been nice if it would have went all the way. I'm not sure what it's hitting exactly. Just one of these with plates here, you know. It's kind of weird. Double jointed elbow. That's still a single joint. Let me see here. Yeah, single joint is actually works pretty well. It's about 90, and then you know you use both joints and you can get it pretty darn good. It's a similar situation as the other guy where you get that big cavity in there, which if you love it, you hate it, like whatever, it is what it is. On this guy, I feel like it's not as bad because he's so segmented anyway. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like even when it's straight, it's kind of gappy, so it's almost like it's supposed to look like that, maybe, possibly. I don't know. Now I want to see if I can do that with the other. Yeah. Huh. Okay, so the biceps looks really weird. Oh yeah, and then the wrist. I almost forgot about the wrist. How could I forget the wrist? So let's get in pretty close here. So, actually, what is going on here exactly? I think. So this is, I think, just a floating piece, and then I think it's just a ball hinge in there. You see the ball hinge? Now he does have like this weird like exoskeleton bits kind of get in the way. So it's not like, it's not gonna be perfect. In fact, the upward movement is kind of struggling a little bit, but you can make it work for sure. You know, like, I mean, you kind of, you know how these things go. We know how these things go. It's just sort of I mean, this is probably, in my opinion, the best way to do wrist articulation, but you just have to get used to orienting everything correctly in the way you want. Let's get into the fun part, the neck. Now the top joint, probably thinking it won't give you anything, but it might give you a little bit more than you might expect. So that's just on the top joint, that tilt, that left-right motion. And that's not too shabby in my opinion for, you know, just for a joint like that. Now for upward, actually get a little bit. As for downward, hold on. You get a little bit. Now that base of the neck, though, that big joint, that's what's gonna really sell you here. All right, that's really gonna be your. If you use both joints, forget about it. You know, forget about it. See how far I can go up. Up still gonna be a little bit of a problem, but I mean, still though, probably gonna be enough. So you can just really do whatever you want, and it's pretty good, man. Now, I know what you're thinking. What about the torso? Well, let me tell you about the torso. So let me actually, this middle section, I think is a floating piece. Is it actually? It might be an extra joint. I'm actually not even sure, to be honest with you. There's a couple of joints. Some of them might be doubles, may not. Some of them might not be. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't really tell. But what I can tell you is how far you can really go, and that's really what matters. And boy, oh boy, that's pretty darn good. His chest is hitting the crotch, right? So there's just no way, you know what I'm saying, that you do get chest to crotch action. So pretty much as much forward as you're really gonna get. And the back does not. You get a little bit of a gap. That, you know what I'm saying? If you go all the way, but you can kind of finagle it, and it's basically gone. You know, that is pretty daggone impressive. Holy crap! Backwards, you pretty much get back to butt, back to crack almost. You know what I'm saying? So it really won't be able to go more than that, and that's not bad in my opinion. I think it's very, very good. Again, really, yeah, no gaps really as far as side to side goes. Look at that. Look at that. You do whatever you want, man. Torso articulation is just, like, you see, like, you can do it, you know? I mean, his character design kind of helps because it's okay to have, like, lots of segments on him because he's, like, all buggy and stuff. You can't really necessarily put that many segments on, like, a regular figure, so maybe it's kind of a cheat, but even this guy was great, though. Like, this guy, look at his articulation. His is, like, the same. You know what I'm saying? He goes all the way forward, all the way back. You know what I'm saying? This guy's torso articulation. He's not a buggy guy. He has the same. He has, you know, a bottom, you know, lower torso joint, upper torso joint. That's all he has. All he has. Just a very standard setup, and it works perfectly. So I don't know. I'd like to see more of that with other, companies and stuff. But anyways, the hips. They go forward pretty much as much as you're probably going to need it. As far as back, that much outward. It does look a little weird in there. And he does have that weird, like, joint in there where it's like an extra joint. So you can kind of, like, get a little extra play out of that, It's kind of hard to see what's bending, but you can kind of see this going straight. That's kind of going out, you see. As far as that being... So, yeah, that will also work as, like, a thigh swivel if you need that. No problems there. The knee... I think the knee is actually better on this guy than it is on the soldier guy, which is pretty exciting. I think that's better. Let me see, because the soldier guy was weird. He had the one joint, like, you remember that? Like, it would go a little bit and then, like, not at all. Like, actually, it's stuck a little bit. There we go. Like, that top joint that doesn't give you anything for some reason, and then you have to use the weird, like, lower leg joint. I mean, altogether it'll work fine. This guy doesn't have the lower leg joint, but his knees do work a bit better in my opinion. So that's perfectly fine. It's not really ugly in my opinion. I think his knee looks pretty much fine. Let me get you a better look here. Yeah, pretty fine looking knee. Not bad for fully bent. And now for the ankle, he has a huge ball hinge situation. As far as forward goes, is it a lot? Actually, yeah. So you can compare. That's like sort of straight. Let me hold on a second. Hold on. So, okay. So there's like straight, and then there's like forward. So you can kind of tell how much forward it goes. It's not bad. He's gonna have this weird exoskeleton in the way again, but it goes back that way. You know what? I think there's an extra joint in here I'm not seeing, because that doesn't. Yeah. So you see the ball hinge in there? It doesn't plug directly into the leg. I think there's a ball joint right where my finger is. Right there, there's a ball joint, plugs into the ball hinge, I think. And so you can actually get a lot if you use both joints, So, and then of course, you get a bunch of tilt action. I think this is a floating piece actually. This situation. So you really pretty good ankles on him. I mean, I gotta tell you. Wow, I'm just playing with him. The toes, you can put them down if you need that. They are individually articulated, which is cool. And they can go up like that. So you got a pretty nice toe joint. I don't think that's bad at all. Is there anything I left out? I think I pretty much went over the articulation. I'm pretty sure. Man, I'm just playing with this dude, man. I mean, he's just fun, I mean, gosh, he's so cool. This line, man, they're so highly articulated, but they are actually fun to handle. Cool, like, original designs, I've never seen anything like it before. I love it. I like bug characters. I mean, if this is something that you just think looks cool, if this is your thing, then go for it. You know what I'm saying? They're expensive, yes. This guy was so it's listed right now for $125 on Gundamit.com. Let's see, that soldier guy is currently listed at $140. They're both sold out. The soldier, though, is listed at $140. The 3-pack of the soldiers is $300. The Mantis lady is listed at $110. And then this guy is right now listed as $125. So, I mean, honestly, like $100 figures, like a very premium price point. It's definitely, like, you know what I'm saying, a very high-end figure, but you get what you pay for, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like, I just think you get more bang for your buck with action figures. If you pay more, a lot, not always, but a lot of times you do get more bang for your buck. Not just a better figure, but better for the money. I think that it is worth the money, honestly. Just the quality is great. I forgot I also took out Optimus Prime, so if you want to compare him with that, he's like about as tall as Optimus Prime, a little bit taller, actually, a tiny bit. Probably not as bulky and meaty and blocky. So there's like a deluxe class Transformer. You know, so he does have some height. You know, he is kind of large. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, as for accessories, first I want to point out this. This I believe is a pre-order bonus. This little thing. It's a keychain. Now, actually, let me point this out. It comes with this, and I'll talk about this in a minute. This is like, it's the same head, but not like painted the same. And it's like keychain. This is, I think, a pre-order bonus. I like this kind of pre-order bonus, and I'll tell you why. It's a nice bonus, but it's not a big deal if you miss the pre-order, because like it doesn't really affect your figure. It's like something you use for something else. It's cool. It's a keychain. I like it. You really won't use it for your figure, because it's not painted or anything, you know. But so it kind of adds value for to encourage you to pre-order, but it doesn't really make the figure actually worse if you miss the pre-order. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't really need the keychain. Your figure, the whole figure experience is basically, you know, it is the same. Because this technically doesn't really go with the figure. It's supposed to go on your like car keys or some crap, right? So, but let's get into the real kind of accessories here. Let's just start taking stuff out here, because there's actually a couple things going on here. Oh man, so many goodies. Where do I even begin? You know, where do I even begin? Let's just dump this out, actually. Let's just start dumping stuff out. Now, okay, so he comes with the relaxed hands you saw on his on him in the package. You get these big fist hands for punching stuff, presumably. Then you get these crazy hands, man. Where he's really like, either he's in pain, or maybe he's just doing some creepy, crazy stuff. I don't really know. And then he gets one of these. You don't get a pair of these, unfortunately, but you do get one. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's for gripping something, maybe. It seems like it would fit this. Like he's holding this like severed head thing. You know, like it almost seems like it would fit. It almost feels like it would fit, but it doesn't really. I don't think it'll really hold it, unfortunately. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not sure. It seems like, because you only get, usually if it's like you get like the one hand that doesn't come in a pair, I feel like it's usually for something very specific, but I don't know what. Did this guy come with instructions? Because I could use some instructions. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, you know what? I actually missed something. Hold on. It actually comes with a stand, which is always appreciated. I think it's the exact same stand, I think, that came with I think pretty much everyone else in the line. Okay, ooh, extra joints. That is very much appreciated. These must be the instructions. I'll crack those open in a minute. So here's your stand. Very basic. Seems pretty sturdy. I don't know. We'll see if it's sturdy enough to hold them. You get two claws. One is slightly bigger than the other one. I'm gonna go with the bigger one because this guy's kind of big. So that's, maybe the other size is like the standard size, and then they give him a special big one. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. Now he's got his nice little, cute little stand. Let's crack open these instructions, because he has a couple things going on here. And I know there's a couple of accessories I didn't quite go over quite yet, but don't worry, we will definitely get into that soon. All right, so okay, it's like a little booklet. Let's read this together. There's a little parts list. Yeah, these like smoke things and these weird mutant parts. I will get into that, don't you worry. Alternate hands are just demonstrating basically how to do that. This mutant thingy replaces the arm. You get like an arm cannon replacement thing, head replacement thing. The one thing I'm a little confused about is the smoking part. Okay, so that one goes on the head. Two of them go on the cannon. You have four of them. And then one goes there. Oh, so that is to hold the head. Yeah, you see that? Let's see if I can recreate that. Let's just see real quick. So they got it facing this way, right? Okay. this is like, oh man, I really want him to be able to do it. Crap. Oh, uh-oh. It just got knocked out. I was trying to take that out, but I couldn't get it. Yeah, so the cool thing is, yeah, the little Easter egg, I guess, almost. You can take this out and use it as an alternate head for this guy and make him look like he's being mutated, which I think is pretty cool. It's a great head, by the way. Let's get in here close. Pretty creepy, pretty scary, just crazy. Like his, because that's the metal part, so I guess it's like his helmet's getting messed up by the mutant stuff, and I don't even know. And this is like, you know, when you have this plugged in, it's got like the spinal cord. So the soldier guy, I guess, actually has some metal parts inside of him. So is he a cyborg? I wonder, because it looks like he's got metal stuff inside him, right? So that's kind of interesting. But the sad thing is, yeah, this is a cool idea. Like, he can hold the head, but I can't get him to do it. You know, like, so the finger, that finger goes in there. Like, it looks like it would fit. Like, it's definitely designed to fit in there, like the way the holes are, the hole placement, you know, but it just does not. I'm doing something wrong, but unfortunately, that's a feature that to me just does not work, and that's really, really disappointing. But man, I really wish that would work. I really wish if you could hold that head, that'd be really, really darn cool. And then, yeah, so this is what they're demonstrating. So you can put that head. You just gotta take out the little neck piece and swap it around. So, let's see if we can pop these smoke things on, though, because it looks a little... I kind of tried to do it before and I couldn't quite get it, so I'm going to try it again with the instructions. All right, let's see if I can do this right. So here's the... Actually, let me show you these first. Here is this guy. So what's interesting about this, if you notice, the face is different. This has like human teeth, kind of, which I kind of think is cool. This one doesn't have that. But anyways, and then of course his horn is like messed up. This is his arm got mutated and turned into some kind of crazy cannon. Very good looking, very interesting. I like it a lot. And this is like his other arm is supposed to look like it's been totally mutated and totally messed up. Okay, so here is the head, right? Now I have to find the correct thing here. It must be this one. This is the one with a peg in it, so I think. Yeah, this has got to be the one. Oh, I see. Doesn't want to stay in though. Oh, there we go. There we go. Perfect, perfect. All right, you know what? I'm gonna take a minute and I'm gonna get him set up, and I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I have him. Oh, actually, I forgot a piece. This has to go in there. Yeah. So this shoulder piece got messed up. Hold up. So there he is, with the smoke plugged in. There's no smoke for this part. The cannon has a bunch. And it looks pretty awesome. So here's the thing. These two are extremely difficult to get on. It took me forever. I've been going for like 20 minutes at least, probably. Getting these on, and they fall off very easily. You know, they're just on these soft spikes, and it's not a great way to connect them. This stays on okay, because it actually pegs in. This one pegs in, but it still falls off. So here's the thing. Getting this arm off was kind of hard. Getting this on was impossible, because you can't grip it from anywhere. It took a lot of force. You can't grip it in a sturdy fashion because of all these soft little spikes. You don't want to break them. They're soft, but they still seem a little fragile, you know. And it wasn't super easy getting it off either. And I think at some point in the process, this got tugged. It looks normal now, but I can't explain it, but this weird looking joint kind of got out of place. It's still slightly out of place, but I had to like push it back in. And the big problem was this. Getting this off was damn near impossible. I heated it up a lot, and I pulled on it so much, so now of course it comes out no problem. I pulled on it so much, so this piece, see how this is like split? There's like the front of the torso and the back, these two different pieces. These start to split here because there's a lot of heat and a lot of force. And this joint, this socket started to pull out. You see that separate piece that makes a joint? It started to pull out. So mine probably has some very much weakened connections. I don't know what to do about that. Just when you're removing this, just, I don't know, just try to like twist it a lot as you're trying to get it out of there. It's the only thing I can think of. I mean, he's fine, he's not broken, but it was definitely pulling out a lot. And I wasn't sure if this is part of, I couldn't quite see in there. Like, is this part of it? Is this supposed to come out? I don't know. So getting him situated in this whole mode is is a little frustrating in my opinion, and definitely causes too much of a risk for breakage in my personal opinion. I definitely kind of, you know, I wish they could have made it easier, because it was pretty frustrating. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. But aside from that, though, so I'm a little frustrated with that, you know, so I'm a little grumpy now. But other than that, though, man, this figure's cool as hell, man. He's cool as hell, and I do recommend him. Just be very careful, I guess. Is this even in all the way? I don't know if this is even in all the way. This was, I can't get this thing in here. I think it's kind of in, but it looks like, see that? Like the ball looks like it's maybe not all the way in, but it's probably my imagination. Let's get him stand it up. Stand it up here. Stand it. Okay. Is there anything I didn't go over? I mean, man, what an interesting line this is, man. And this thing is just, I love the character design. I love this. I wish this could actually hold it. It's supposed to be able to hold the head, but I can't. Whenever I do, it doesn't seem to want to do it. I don't know if there's some special way, but it definitely does not seem to want to do it, unfortunately. If that would work, and this thing is so cool. And if this whole assembly was easier to do, and then it would be really cool. But besides that, and I just want to add, man, this line. I mean, it's so weird. Like, you got this bug guy, and he's getting mutated or something by maybe some parasite or something. And then these guys are also apparently getting mutated, but then like also these guys I think are supposed to be like fighting these guys. So there's like different factions going on. They're clearly kind of they're telling like a story. You kind of use the context clues. You kind of piece together a story. And that to me is the cherry on top of this line. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of just like that's how figures are. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe there's a comic or something I'm not aware of, but you don't even need that. You know what I'm saying? They're able to tell as much story as they need through the medium that they are using, through just action figures, through the toy. You know what I'm saying? You're able to piece together kind of a general idea. I mean, we don't know all the specifics of how everything works exactly, but you kind of have a general idea just by kind of looking at the pictures and looking at the figures and playing with the figures, and you notice stuff like before, like apparently these guys are like cyborgs and stuff, and they have metal parts inside. I didn't even know that. Now we know. Now I know. So yeah, I mean, this is just cream of the crop action figures to me. Man, just be careful swapping out those parts. But yeah, thanks for watching. I got a couple of other reviews and stuff, and a couple other different types of things on the channel. a buddy of mine is posting his stuff on the channel. A couple of us, we're all kind of posting our stuff on the same channel, and I think he posted one like a song or something recently. I think he's doing another one soon. But anyways, let me know if you want me to review anything specific or any thoughts you have on this figure or this line or indie figures in general. Because this is very interesting stuff. We're in an interesting time for action figures. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.